This might be news to some, but dust and sand from the Saharan desert has a profound impact on hurricane development in the Atlantic. And we are seeing the first dust storm of the season. Here to explain all the details is Sky News weather meteorologist Bradlyn Oakes.
Sea surface temperatures in the Atlantic have been record-breaking recently. Hot temperatures stretching from Africa through the Atlantic basin to the Gulf of Mexico, around Florida, well above average temperatures. Now, hot sea surface temperatures often are fuel for hurricane development, but we're seeing the first Saharan dust storm of the season stretch across the Atlantic as we made our way through the last couple of days and head through the next week. Now, this doesn't mean that hurricanes won't form. We do have a depression by the Bahamas that is currently potentially turning into a storm over the coming days. We're watching that very closely. But the dust in the atmosphere that stretches across the Atlantic really inhibits the potential for hurricanes to develop. Part of this is the fact that it pulls in a lot of hot, dry air, and it stretches across the entirety of the ocean. You can see it on the satellite imagery, all of the dust in the atmosphere coming from Africa all the way across the Atlantic, and this image shows it even better. So that hot, dry air in the atmosphere, you also need relatively high winds in the upper atmosphere to actually drive all of these particles across such a vast area of the planet from Saharan Africa over towards areas of North America. So when you put all of those together, when we have these dust storms heading through the Atlantic, that actually puts a bit of a cap on our hurricane potential. Now, that won't inhibit all of the hurricanes through the season, but definitely could inhibit them over the next week or two.